Let us bring in for the entire 3 o'clock hour our friend Jim Larrañaga as well. Now, Coach Larrañaga, for those who don't know, now has a banner hanging in the Watsco Center that commemorates his tenure as the Miami men's basketball coach. And the crowd showed Coach mad love last night. And then the Canes promptly went out and lost FSU. But that's a whole other story. We'll get into that in a second. But, man, Coach, that was an honor that is reserved for those who truly make a difference in sports when you see your name hanging from the rafters. And it was really something special to witness it last night. Crowder was traveling, but me and Solana and Jimmy were there. Katie Meyer was there. She sat with us for a while. We talked some hoops with her. And it was a special night. You have to be on top of the world after last night, Coach.
Oh, yes, I am, Hawk. And it's the Charles River, Crowder. That's the Charles River in Boston. Everybody knows they ice skate on that in the wintertime. Boston is a great city. And I heard you talk to Jason Tatum. Is that right? You interviewed him?
Yes, sir.
That ought to be special.
Good dude, yeah, real good dude.
Well, one day they'll be hanging a banner.
Solana has no love for Jason Tatum, Coach.
Tatum. Are you talking about the guy that got 0 minutes on Team USA in the Olympics, or are you talking about the guy?
Oh my goodness!
Are you talking about the guy that won? Are you talking about the guy that won the NBA title and his teammate won Finals MVP over him because he was a constant no-show throughout the entire Finals? That guy,
or the guy you would love to have on your team?
I've wondered what planet Solana is from lately, and I'm finding out it's definitely not Earth. Because if he were on Earth, he would know Jason Tatum has been all NBA, is a great player, and a very good team player, has always been associated with winning. But my banner is very, very humbling. I mean, when I came to the University of Miami, you guys know we hadn't even had a winning season ever since joining the ACC. And it was up to me and my staff to, first of all, get the community behind us and get the support we needed, because you really need and want a home court advantage. I thought the crowd turned out very well last night to support Jay Lucas and the Hurricanes. Very, very tough loss. But it was very humbling for me and my wife, because we've been partners in this. She's every bit a part of the winning as I am. And to hang a banner in the Watsco Center, you know that's not a one day honor. That's going to be up there for many years to come. So I'm greatly appreciative.
So on that day when they hang the banner and you're the only one with a banner, do you say I'm a great coach? Because you seem too humble for me.
First of all, I never considered myself a great coach. I never did. I still don't. I don't look back on my career, oh, I was a great coach. No, what I like to think of myself is I was a terrific leader, a leader of young men, a leader of an assistant coaching staff, an ambassador for the university, a good role model that worked for a much greater cause, the University of Miami. And so what we did as a coaching staff, as in a team, we sold all the values that not only our basketball represented, our basketball program, but what the university represented. You know, people would say, oh, you're a football school or a basketball school. I said, no, we're a great academic institution. We are world renowned, and we have a lot to sell. So you know the difference between us and Boston, because you're up there, Crowder. If I tell a kid, listen, it's going to be 80 degrees in Miami or 30 degrees in Boston, where do you want to go? They're coming to Miami. And you can say that almost anywhere in the country, not just Boston, but New York, D.C. They're all experiencing what we all know as winter. We don't really have winter. It was winter the other day when it got to be 40, right? But Miami is such a unique place, such an engaging place to live in. And Coral Gables and the university have been so good to me and my family. I'm just honored that I was able to do my part. And I'm so excited for what the football program did. Let me ask you this. How many football programs in the ACC, the SEC, the Big 12, and or the Big 10 would have liked to have been in that game Monday night? Indiana was there. How many other schools?
All of Crowder's SEC schools. All of Crowder's SEC schools would have loved to have been there.
They're looking at Miami, and they're saying, oh, Miami didn't deserve this. Saying, man, I wish we were there.
But listen, you need to try a little harder, Coach, because the last two games you've attended, Canes FSU last night and Canes Indiana Monday night, you're 0-2, and really,
I've had
this
a
is
bad
a what
week,
have you
I
done
know.
for me lately kind of show.
I got to get in better shape. That's what they say. You got to be in good condition for the long
Coach was
haul.
on his feet at the end last night. He sits courtside. He was on his feet, you know.
I was
Much
yelling,
like-
defense.
I
We had to get one stop, get it to overtime.
When you're watching that game and there's 1.7 seconds left, are you coaching? What are you doing? What's going on in your head? Because the Hurricanes are going to inbound the ball underneath their own basket. We had talked, remember last week, about changing the rules to where you could inbound it, half court like an NBA game. But what are you coaching in your head? Are you trying to think, what is Jay Lucas going to call here? Like what's going on in your head in that moment last night?
Before the season ever starts, when a coach sits down with his staff, a head coach, presents different circumstances. These are the decisions we have to make now. We're not making it the day of the game. We're not making it with 1.7 seconds. What's his name? Walsh, 49ers head coach, not Steve Walsh. What's his name?
Bill Walsh.
Yeah, Bill Walsh. He wrote a book called The Score Takes Care of Itself. And Bill Walsh basically described everything they plan to do in a 2-minute situation. We're down a touchdown. We're down a field goal. What plays are we running? What is in our arsenal to give ourselves a chance, just a chance to win the game? So I know Jay Lucas and his staff were well prepared for that situation. And even though you try to execute it, the whole purpose of the defense is to stop you. They only got to get a deflection, a steal, a stop in 1.7 seconds, and they were able to do it. But your preparation for winning is so important. And Bob Knight always said, it's not your will to win, it's your will to prepare to win, because you've got to cover every different scenario that you're going to face. And then, in fact, you have options. There are some. I don't know what Miami's situation was, but it's very possible if they had 2 timeouts, they would have thrown it to midcourt and called a timeout. Now they have 1 second left, but they're now in Solana's situation. If they could call another timeout, they'd get it underneath the basket, like Solana thought last week.
You could trade all your timeouts.
Save all your time. Yes, Hawk, you got it. Save all your timeouts for the last 2 seconds in the game.
I will just say, to toot my own horn a little bit, that afternoon at the Kaseya Center, Eric Reed, the television play-by-play host of the Miami Heat, he came up to me and said, wow, Solana, I've never heard that one before. That one's interesting. And I told him, Reed, if you want to use that one on the broadcast later, feel free. Don't even credit me. Just take that.
He politely declined.
What did John Crotty say about that?
Crotty doesn't even turn around to me anymore. He just
I would have taken a swing on him, Coach.
You guys know I recruited John Crotty, right? I was the first one to offer him a scholarship.
Did you? I didn't know that.
I was in the Newark airport. I had just seen him play. I called his house. He wasn't home yet, and his mom answered. And I just said, Miss Crotty, I love your son. I'm offering him a scholarship to the University of Virginia. And she was ecstatic. She said, I can't wait to tell John you're the first coach to offer him a scholarship to the ACC. So we did. I did continue to recruit him because I was the head coach of Bowling Green like a month later. But the UVA staff, after I told them how good he was, I said, you got to stay on this kid. He's a left-handed gunslinger, and he's going to be a great college player and an NBA guy.
I still hold that over his head to this day, right? The only 1 seed to lose to a 16 is Virginia. I hold that every time I see Crotty, I bring that up.
Oh, that brings heartache to everybody at UVA. Oh.
I bet.
Hawk's a great friend.
Any chance to rub it in, that's right up Hawk's alley.
All right, let's do headlines. Coach is hanging out with us this hour. I have a lot of stuff to talk to him about. We'll do headlines here with Solana, brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
Since Coach L is with us, we'll start with a little hoops because there's a lot going on. I'll start with the Miami Heat, who yesterday beat the Sacramento Kings. They got a much better game out of Bam Adebayo yesterday, Crowder.
Crowder, did you see the stat line for Bam?
I did. I was ready to make fun of him, but I couldn't.
He had a nice bounce-back game
Yes,
after his 4-point output the game before.
Led the game in scoring, 25 points. He went 4 or 5 from 3. Pella Larson and DeMar DeRozan jawing a little bit. They had to be separated. DeMar took a cheap shot at the end, got a flagrant foul, and everybody remembered this name. Heat fans who have been paying attention know it, but right now, stock is low. You want to buy it low because it's going to soar. Myron Gardner. Just remember, I told you guys, Myron Gardner.
Man, you tell us everybody on the roster is amazing.
Is he on the Heat? I have no idea. I've never heard that name in my life.
Myron. His name's Myron.
Gardner, two-way on the Heat, but the last 3 games, this dude is hooping, man. He's
buy him low, Hawk. Buy him low.
But he has said this about who was the guy that had that dunk?
James Ennis.
James Ennis. He had said that it was a dunk in a summer league game. And I think Solana said the same exact thing. Buy this guy's stock low.
I mean, what do you need
Smith?
James
you remember
for
Drew Smith this summer?
Yeah, Drew Smith.
Oh,
I mean,
my goodness.
I guess Solana's really impressed with a guy who can score 5 points.
He loves a 5, 2, and 2 guy.
He really does. He really does. He's consistent with that at least.
He'll be an NBA All-Star for sure.
All right. Keep giving me more material for that montage when it happens. Tonight, Coach, I don't know if you'll be watching or not, but we've got 2 MVPs going up against each other. Giannis Antetokounmpo and SGA will play this season for the first time. The Bucks host the Oklahoma City Thunder at 9:30 tonight.
Yeah, well, OKC is at the top of the Western rankings. And poor Milwaukee is not even in the playoff picture. I can't understand it, but I don't know about their injury issue. I know Giannis is a one-man wrecking crew, but his teammates are not doing their share. They're not even in the playoff picture right now.
He's spending more time booing his own fans and writing some sort. He keeps calling himself the villain. He's like, I'm enjoying my villain arc. And then they ask him, even against your own fan base? He says, against everybody.
Coach, sometimes these guys have run their course with a city. Do you believe in that? Where, like, it's time for Giannis to get out of Milwaukee.
It is. I mean, all those players, all they care about is winning championships or making the most money they can. He's already made a small fortune, or, well, maybe a big fortune.
Yeah, but not a small fortune.
and now his only claim to fame was, can he lead his team to a world championship? And his age is catching up with him. You don't have that many more productive years ahead of you. So, I definitely think he's going to be on the market or searching for another organization to play for.
I don't want to bring up a touchy subject, but I know Solana's going over the NBA scores here. Your son's team, the Clippers, I don't know if you saw what happened at the hands of my Bulls, but this Matas Buzelis, Jay had to call you after that game and say this Buzelis is the real deal.
Well, I will tell you this. I am extremely proud and happy to say that Jordan Miller is on a roll. He's been averaging 15, 17 points a game over since January. And I'm very, very proud of him. And actually, the Clippers are playing better. They had a couple of good wins leading up to the Bulls game. And James Harden, who is ancient, I mean, he gets 36 every night now. So what, Solana? What are you going to say? You got a quick comment, I know.
No. I mean, Jordan Miller has been playing great. Yesterday, led the game with a minus 33.
I did see that. No, but he look at the last 6 prior.
He has been. He has been playing very well. He has been.
Yeah, he's averaging 15 and a half in like 20 minutes of playing time.
Yeah.
So he's a sub. And if a sub can give you 15 a night, you're happy as heck with him. That's a productive player. You don't have many subs in the NBA averaging 15 or more.
One final note on the NBA.
How about that Buzelis tomahawk, though? That was something special last night.
Hey, love Buzelis.
You know what I don't understand? Crowds, everybody loves a dunk. The crowd went crazy yesterday when Dante Allen just slammed it with all his might. The crowd goes crazy. I think of that as you're all alone. There's no defense. It's like being in a dunk contest. There's no one there. Just dunk the ball and you get the 2 points. Because how many times have you seen a guy go in and try to do an amazing dunk and miss? And it's an embarrassment and he can't live it down for months.
One more NBA note. I just want to pick your brain, Coach. We found out Jimmy Butler tore his ACL against the Heat on Monday night. Crushing for Jimmy Butler. I mean, he's on the back end of his career.
Yeah, how old is he?
37.
37. Wow.
Ooh. And if you remember when the Warriors traded for him, they gave him the 2-year extension. He's on year 1 of a 2-year extension. And I was just reading earlier this morning, a lot of people question whether or not that ultimately will be the end to the Warriors dynasty. It doesn't mean Steph Curry's washed or anything like that, but they kind of went all in on Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. And when you kind of just look at the career arcs right now, where they are in their careers, I think it's a fair question whether or not the Warriors might consider, Steve Kerr and Steph Curry kind of just going their own way and trying to put Curry in a position to end his career somewhere else on a winner, or maybe he just sticks around, but they're kind of in cap hell right now.
Okay, so I'm going to answer your question with a question. How good will the Golden State Warriors be without Jimmy Butler? Wait a minute. Part B is look at Miami Heat. Tyler Hero has only played in 11 of 44 games. How much better would the Heat be if he was on the court on a daily basis contributing? What do you think the answer to that?
I think they would be better. I don't think they'd be substantially better, but I think overall as a team they would be in a better position right now.
So you think Golden State is going to be okay without Butler, or are they going to start losing a lot more games?
No, I think, as evidenced by getting blown out by the Toronto Raptors yesterday, I really do think they're going to struggle, especially Kuminga wants nothing to do with that organization anymore. Yeah, I think they're really going to fall off a cliff here, Coach.
So what I'm saying is, and this is something that's true, especially when you get to the playoffs, is injuries play such a huge role in whether your team is going to function at its ultimate capability. Because if everybody's healthy, everybody feels good about themselves, and everybody is functioning like a unit, a guy like Tyler Hero can have a huge impact, because while other players, let's say Tyler moves into the starting role, other players move into more the natural role of coming in off the bench. And then in the Golden State Warriors case, I truly believe their chances of even being in the playoffs now without one of their premier guys is significantly hindered. And if Golden State makes a run without him, that's a great tribute to those players and coaches. But I think when we get Tyler Hero back, it'll be a real shot in the arm for us and give us a chance. We're like in 8th place in the playoff picture right now. We could move up because we're only a game or 2 behind 5th place.
Yeah,
and I'd much rather be 5th than 8th, because in 8th, you're dealing with the playoff picture. You have to play 9 or what have you, or 7.
And you know who 9
the way
is.
That playoff picture. And then you got to play the number 1 team in your league. So I wouldn't be very happy if I had to do that. But if I'm 5th, now I'm playing a team that's 4th, kind of comparable.
But if you're 8th, you know who the 9 is right now.
No, who is that?
Boozy. Matas Buzelis and the Chicago Bulls.
Oh,
You don't want to see none of that in the play-in.
Yeah, because the way they beat the Clippers last night, they looked awesome.
All right, guys. We've got conference championship weekend coming up. Broncos host the Patriots Sunday at 3 p.m. Seahawks host the Rams following that game at 6:30 p.m. Your weather in South Florida remains very muggy outside. some rain in parts of South Florida, and it's cool. It's in the 60s. That's your weather.
All right, Coach Jim Larrañaga is going to stick with us for the entire hour. I believe he's the only one on this video stream right now who has a banner with his name hanging in any arena. Do you, Crowder, anywhere?
You think somebody give me a banner? No chance.
All right, well, Coach
Hey,
Larrañaga.
Hawk, I got two. Does that mean
That's
anything?
right, George Mason as well. You're right.
Coach, have him put one up of me for some reason. I don't know why.
I'll have somebody put up all four of you guys, the Hockman, Crowder, Solana, and Jimmy banner in what's that hamburger place in California and LA?
In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger. Here's the super fans from the Hockman, Crowder, and Solana show.
Coach, a little deceptive at the Watsco Center on the pizza box to the size of the actual pizza that's inside. Can you talk to someone about that?
You want the box to be bigger or the pizza to be bigger?
I think the pizza should be bigger or the box should be smaller. It was just slightly deceptive when I opened it up back at my seat.
Hey, if you're coming to a game to have dinner, I wish you luck with whatever you buy. You should get popcorn. That's what you eat in places like a movie or a basketball game. Popcorn and a Coke.
I maintain.
You do eat popcorn, don't you?
Yeah, I love popcorn. I maintain the Heat games. The Kaseya Center has some of the best popcorn in all of South Florida.
I've had it. And I had popcorn at Hard Rock the other night, Monday night.
How was that?
It was very, very good. Hey, I was in a suite with Nick Saban and his wife.
I mean, look at that. That's good. I mean, does he have a banner hanging anywhere? I don't think so.
I'm sure he has several.